and Councillor Liu is an apology for tonight's meeting. A vote must be taken of the councillors present appointed to the Community and Culture Committee to elect a chairperson for this meeting. So can I please have a motion?
Well,
okay.
okay.
Who for? Sorry. Yep. For Councillor Kanjowski. So a mover, can I please have a seconder?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councillor Stratokopoulos. So all those in favour say aye. All those against? Okay, come up to the chair. Councillor Lou Kanjowski. And it's 6:01.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Community and Culture Committee. I declare the meeting open at 6:01 p.m. I would like to acknowledge the Bidjigal people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of all the lands, waters and sky in the Georges River area. I pay my respect to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who live, work and meet on these lands. We have Nancy Liu as an apology, and I just received an apology from Councillor Nick Smurtley. Any other apologies?
No.
Nope. Could I have a motion to accept the apologies and grant leave of absence?
I'll move the motion.
Councillor
Second.
Stratokopoulos and Councillor Lambier. All in favour? Against? I declare that carried. Are there requests to attend tonight's meeting remotely? No. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is being recorded for minute-taking purposes and is also being broadcast live to the public on Council's website in accordance with Section 5 of Council's Code of Meeting Practice. The recording will be made available on Council's website. The order of business is shown in the agenda, which has been made available. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is open. Doors to the meeting room are to be left open unless the meeting goes into a closed confidential session, according to Section 14 of the Code of Meeting Practice. Only if the meeting moves into a closed confidential session will the public broadcasting of the meeting be suspended. Council's Code of Meeting Practice prohibits electronic recordings of meetings without the express permission of Council. Mobile phones must be turned to silent during the meeting. Council, is any disclosures of interest? Nope. We have no public speakers tonight. Confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting. I would move for, please. Moved by Councillor.
I'll move that.
Seconded by Councillor Lansbury. All in favour? Against? Declare that carried. First up, we've got the COM 040-23 Community Safety Education Program. I'll call for a mover. Councillor Mort, seconded by Councillor Lansbury.
Yeah, 2020.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can the Manager of Community and Early Learning Services, Jody Tweed, please provide an overview of this report?
Yeah. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, councillors, and it's good to meet you here tonight. This is my first committee or council meeting at Georges River. I have come from Randwick, so nice to be further over on the south side. In local government, we aim to support a connected and cohesive and safe community. And on the 2nd of August 2022, Council resolved to support the development and implementation of an ongoing Georges River Council Community Safety Education Program, which is the report that you've received for the committee tonight. And I'd like to thank the staff that are here this evening who have put that together. Through this program, we'll look to provide education and statistics on key crime areas and primary prevention and deliver awareness-raising activities In addition to that, we will look at understanding perceived safety and aim to develop and implement programs that help the community feel safe in addition to being safe. We know that perceptions of crime shape the sense of security and safety and well-being of the area. So we want to look at safety from that broad perspective through this program. How people feel within their natural built and interpersonal environments and relationships plays a really big role in how they feel safe. So the team have taken those concepts and actions related to the community strategic plan and conducted significant research to understand what those concerns and perceived safety issues are within our community. Through that, they've developed this initial program, which will evolve and develop as we test and evaluate the programs and activities within it. But the current target areas which the team's identified through their research are family and domestic violence, fraud and online safety, retail theft, malicious damage, specifically graffiti and community engagement. Happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Councillor Van.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. So I had to look at this report. It's good breakdown of by LGA. So my question is it possible to have further breakdown into the ward, smaller areas like Hurstville, Cockerell, Pickhurst for the crime stats?
I'll hand that over to Caitlin to respond.
So those statistics come from the Boxer statistics, and they only break them down through the LGAs. If we wanted to get that broken down further, that would have to be a request that would need to be made to the St George Area Command.
So it's possible, yeah.
It would be possible, but it would depend on whether or not the police would be able to give us that breakdown.
Okay. Yeah, so I asked the same question last week when I attended the police community seminar. So they sort of have the stats for suburbs, but they don't have the summary, just the further intelligence on that one. I think it will be very valuable to just identify the hotspots of crime and everything. Is that possible? We can give the feedback to ask the Porsche or the organization of the source of the data.
Yeah, we can definitely ask the police if they've got the resources in order to do that.
Okay.
I think, yeah, this program for the year would commence, and if there's specific pocket suburbs that some of these target areas need to be focused on further, that we can definitely look into that.
Yeah, because Georgesville is a big area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm assuming there's no more questions or comments. If not, I'll put that all for. Aye. Against. I declare that carried. COM 041-23, public exhibition of the draft Georges River Community Infrastructure Needs Assessment and Acquisition Area Strategy. Call for a mover. Councillor Mort.
I have an amendment to that, if I
Would you
could.
like to move that first?
Yep, I will move that.
Seconder. Councillor Amber Haber.
I'd like to move that we can extend the period that council approved the draft Georges River Community Infrastructure Needs Assessment and Acquisition Area Strategy to be placed on public exhibition for a period of no less than 60 days, given that we have the Christmas period and people are busy this time of year that they can't actually get to everything. So
With a second to find that.
I accept that amendment.
Thank you. And I will call upon Manager for City Life, Margaret Lee.
Thank you. Councillors, recall last Monday night we conducted a councillor briefing on this draft strategy that we propose to be placed on public exhibition for community feedback. The strategy provides high-level direction for the provision of community facilities, including centres, libraries, open space, sport and rec facilities, athletics and aquatic facilities in our Georges River local government area. It builds on the previously adopted 2019 open space, recreation and community facilities strategy, which gave a lot of detail around what we need to provide, but this strategy looks at the population density and forecast and updates with the census information to be able to undertake benchmarking against our neighbouring council areas to then do a gap analysis and identify where, from a spatial perspective, council can further investigate to meet those shortfalls in the provision of these facilities across our local government area. So as a part of that process and that methodology, a lot of mapping was conducted to look at where that forecast population growth would be, the population density, consider the planning controls in that area and lot size restrictions to be able to highlight on a map perspective where council could look to provide those facilities moving forward from now till 2036. I'm happy to take any questions.
I hope if we can just extend to give the public a bit more of a time to have a think about it. Thanks.
Thank you.
If there's no more questions, I'll put that. For? Against? Declare that carried. We need to move to a closed session. So at this stage of the meeting, time being 6:12 p.m, I hereby advise that the meeting will move into a committee of the whole to allow consideration of a matter in closed session according to Section 10A of the Local Government Act 1993. Accordingly, members of the press and public are excluded from the closed session, and access to the correspondence and reports relating to the item considered during closed session will be withheld. This action confirmation of recommendations from closed session. The recommendations from the closed session is now displayed on the screen. Can I have a mover and second to confirm the recommendations from the closed session? Councillor
I'll move that.
Trotopoulos, seconded by Councillor Lansbury. Councillors for? Against? Declare that carried. There being no other business on the agenda, I declare the meeting closed at 6:19 p.m. Thank you for your attendance.